Hi, everybody. Josh McGurk here, JLM Therapeutics. I'm a massage and yoga therapist and anatomy teacher in Denver, Colorado. And I had some folks ask me at the last anatomy workshop that I had done for yoga teachers to talk about the models for the 3 diaphragms and for the 5 diaphragms that I use in that particular training to kind of express movement and breathing and stability and all of that. So I wanted to take some time to do that here, and I wanted to share my screen with a couple of slides that I have for that. So let's get to it, right? So on your screen right now, you should see something that's called the bandhas, and it has on the left a chit chat about the inhale, and on the right a chit chat about the exhale. So in yoga terms, we use from the bottom here Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha, and Jalandhara Bandha. And what that means, if we go back to Mula Bandha, is that the pelvic floor relaxes and drops on a relaxed inhale. The diaphragm, respiratory diaphragm here, contracts down, we breathe in, and then as the chest expands, the throat like contracts and mildly lifts up, right? There's some stuff that goes on in our throat and our glottis there. Then as we exhale, Mula Bandha, actually the pelvic floor lifts and contracts up. The abdomen contracts in, the diaphragm has to relax and also move up. The chest contracts in a little bit, and then the Jalandhara Bandha, the glottis, their area lowers down. This is only if the body is functioning in this space of like a lot of comfort, right? And that we're at ease. For most of us, as I stop sharing this here, that's not the case every day because we have to get up in the morning. We have to go to whatever work that we're doing. We have all sorts of things to take care of during our day. And that's not always done in a relaxed way. So what I'd suggest is to think about these as 3 different discs: the pelvis, the ribs, and then the head. And where are those in relation to one another? So if we just stopped occasionally during the day and checked in, where are my parts? Where are these big bony parts of my body in relation to one another? That'll give us a clue as to what our breath is doing. And then if we're doing rock climbing or swimming or biking or salsa or yoga or any sort of kickboxing thing, any sort of physical activity, we check that same thing because it will sometimes require our head to be forward, our rib cage to be up, our pelvis to be tilted another way. And then just to take stock of, hey, it's okay. That's great. That's helping me function this way. And then once I've relaxed, then I want to notice if they can settle back into more of a stacked kind of fashion. And when they persistently stay in a not relaxed, stacked way, then we tend to get back pain, we tend to get rib pain, we tend to get neck and shoulder pain. Go figure, right? So then I take this into a little bit of a 5 diaphragm model. So let's go check that one out briefly and look at what that means. So as we're looking at this little bit, Mahabandha in Sanskrit is royal lock, and we've added in a couple bits. So we've got Pada Bandha, the first one there on the left at the top, and that's in relation to what our feet are doing. Mula Bandha we saw on the last screen there is what the pelvis is doing. Uddiyana Bandha is what our rib cage is doing. Jalandhara Bandha is what our head is doing. And now Hasta Bandha is what are the hands doing. So I've listed all of these yoga poses from standing to sitting to lying down, inversions, and all sorts of fun poses there to say, so where are our parts? Ideally, they should be here, yes. But when we do that particular practice, are they there in that ideal space? And if they're not, fantastic. Can we just stay wherever we are and notice again, where is my head in relation to my shoulder girdle or shoulder blades? Where are my shoulders and ribs in relation to my hands? Where are my ribs then in relation to pelvis and into feet? And are they doing what I want them to do? And if not, then let's make some adjustments and some changes, but also recognize the, let's say, the information that the body's giving. If it's not where we ideally want it to be, but it's where it feels the safest and strongest, cool. There's some room for improvement. There's some room for change, but there's also something really amazing about the awareness of where our body is in space. And I think most lefties get this, and it's tough to verbalize. And I think most righties have a really hard time conceptualizing it. So That's what I've done with these, with the 3 and the 5 diaphragms. I'm going to say, go out and play, have fun, and identify where your parts are today and what your breathing is doing while you're doing said movement things. And is there room for improvement? And if so, great. Then schedule with a massage therapist or a yoga therapist or an anatomist, somebody that understands how those 3 and 5 diaphragms work in relation to one another. And then maybe they'll videotape you, or maybe you videotape yourself in that movement that you're doing to see, oh yeah, look at that. That's what I'm doing. And that is cool. That is very cool. Yes, I could change it, but I needed to see it first before I could make any change. So by all means, let me know what you think in the comments below. Send me an email at josh@jlmtherapeutics.com, or you can go to my website, jlm.yoga or jlmtherapeutics.com, and leave some information there in the contact us bit. And from here on out, just have fun, and I look forward to hearing from you.